So I'm just diverging a bit for me to explain this one. So if you're coming from the YouTube channel where I was explaining how to change colors, this will help you understand what we mean when we say seamless repeat pattern. So maybe you've heard quite often when people are describing, designers are describing the design process in terms of surface pattern design especially, they usually use this word called seamless repeat pattern. What that essentially means is that the pattern, when you print it out, is going to essentially keep repeating itself over and over in the printed item. So if, for example, if you're printing on fabric, there wouldn't be any gaps, there wouldn't be any lines, because designers refer to when they say a seamless repeat pattern. So now I'm going to illustrate to you how it's going to look different on the printers if you don't have a seamless repeat pattern. This is a repeat with no background, so I'm going to drag it, put it into the swatches panel. There we go, rectangle, doesn't really matter, okay? Because the rectangle is what's most important. And then I'm going to go back and select my swatches panel. And this is a repeat pattern that is not seamless. So when you're printing it out, it's going to look exactly like this. And we don't want that, especially when you're printing, maybe you want to print 25 meters of fabrics, 30 meters of fabric. You don't want your fabric to look like this. It's going to have these gaps, these white gaps, and you want your pattern or whatever you design on it. So that's the first part of this one. When it's a repeat and you haven't put in the transparent background, you just created it like that. So I'm just going to delete this one because it doesn't really matter. I'm deleting this one, and I'm also deleting the rectangle. So this is how the first one would look without a transparent background. This is the repeat with no background. And then I'm going to go here and show you with a transparent background. So it's essentially not a seamless repeat, and now it has a transparent background in the back. And then I'm going to click on it, okay? And then I'm going to drag it into the swatch. Oh, I didn't group this one. And group. So let me drag it into the swatches panel. There we go. It doesn't really matter where it is. And then I am going to make another rectangle, drag it, okay? And then select that repeat in the back. The color is showing through all of the pattern, but it's still not seamless, and you can see those lines appearing. So this is exactly how it's going to show up when you print it on fabric, etc, etc. And you also don't want that, because when people are sewing, they want to see the pattern seamlessly. And when people are using fabric in general, they want everything to appear seamlessly. So this is what we say when we say we need it to be a seamless pattern. So the color is showing through, but the repeat is not showing through. Perfect. Delete this one as well. I'm going to delete it here in the swatches panel as well. Yes. And then we're going to finally go to this one here, which is the seamless repeat pattern. Okay, I've already grouped this one, so I'm going to drag it again and put it in the swatches panel. Okay, and there it is. It's showing up. And then I'm going to create my rectangle again, and then I'm going to select. So when you take it to the printers, this is what you're trying to get to. Okay, this is what you're trying to get to, where your pattern is showing through bit by bit. Every line, every piece that you drew is showing through perfectly. And even if you go into Spoonflower and you have the seamless repeat pattern, it will still show through the same way. So this is what we're talking about. If you ever have your printers ask you, is it a perfect repeat pattern or is it a seamless repeat pattern? This is what they're asking. They're asking, does it show through in the printers? It's not going to have any lines, it's not going to have any gaps. Yeah, so I just thought I'd digress a bit and show you that out as well. Let me know what you want to see exactly so I can create more videos for Illustrator. And in addition, I have a class which is up where I teach how to design in Affinity Designer, and you can sign up for that class on my website. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Bye.